Welcome to Catholic Views. I'm your host, Renee Kranz. On the show with me today will be Heather Eicholtz. She is the director of the Marriage Tribunal for the Diocese of Sioux Falls. She's going to come in and talk to us about a subject that is probably going to be really important to a lot of people, or really interesting. We're going to talk about divorce and remarriage, annulments, and how it all works and why the church does it, and all of the misunderstandings that go along with it. There's a lot of stuff.
In one episode. Wow.
Yes. It's a really great episode, so I hope you'll stick around. Even if it doesn't apply to you, it probably applies to someone you know, and you might be able to help them. So first we have Dr. Chris Bergwald for some biblical bites. Dr. B.
Yes, ma'am.
And, wait.
Oh.
And we have Bill Seeley here, too.
Oh, hi, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Oh, he's just waving to the camera, but not everybody's watching.
Sorry.
Bill.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks, Bill. Now, you've got to get like the Johnny Carson's psych. Ed McMahon.
Ooh.
You work on that, Bill. Well, I'll let you go off the hook for now. Maybe you come up with it in the next few minutes. So, if in case people aren't remembering or haven't tuned in before, we're in year B in the 3-year cycle for the Sunday Mass readings. Mm-hmm. And I want to once more turn to the gospel. Been focusing on the gospel for several weeks now.
So much good stuff in there.
There is a ton of good stuff. John before, now the last week, and again this week, we're back to Mark. This is later in Mark chapter 7. Most of the gospel is about Jesus' healing of a deaf man. Okay? But it starts off with this line.
Most of the chapter?
Most of what we read about in the reading.
Okay.
The gospel,
I see what you're saying.
gospel
Yes.
for
Okay.
today is
Yep.
mostly about. But it starts this way. Again, Jesus left the district of Tyre and went by way of Sidon to the Sea of Galilee into the district of the Decapolis. So this is going to be one of those map episodes that Bill loves.
I'm the map.
So So here's the thing. So Jesus left the district of Tyre and went by way of Sidon to the Sea of Galilee into the district of the Decapolis. So Renee, I'm going to describe this for folks, but for who are listening, for you, Renee, and those who are watching, Jesus is leaving the district of Tyre, and he's going to end up in the Decapolis, which is here.
Okay.
But he goes, for you, it's to the southeast. Yep. But he goes by way of Sidon,
which is to the north.
20-some miles north. And then he gets his way. So it's like, now for the folks listening, it's like saying,
road
I'm going to leave Sioux Falls and I'm going to go to Yankton by way of Watertown. Like, wait, they're not.
That interstate had a lot of road construction on it.
Right. It was Google Maps just really totally steered me wrong. So what's going on here? So Jesus goes north, and then he turns east, and then he comes south again. And the entire place that he travels through, so Tyre, Sidon, and then the Decapolis. Renee, do you know anything about Tyre, Sidon, or the Decapolis?
No.
They're all Gentile lands.
That could have been a good guess.
But you didn't guess it because you were afraid.
Yes.
But be not afraid, Renee. You should have just been out there and
could have thrown Bill under the bus, but he probably would have gotten it.
I didn't ask Bill. I keep forgetting to ask Bill these questions.
You just got in dead air.
So, why is that significant, do you think?
Well, he obviously had a reason for doing it because Jesus doesn't do very many things without a reason.
So what's notable about what I just said?
He went through Gentile land.
So?
They don't usually do that.
Right. So
You just take the most direct route.
right, you would know
That's safe.
that too.
That's safe.
So Jesus, faithful Jews, faithful Jews. We talked about the Pharisees last week, like Jews who take their faith very, very seriously. They don't interact with the Gentiles.
Right.
Those are the pagans. We don't have anything to do with them. So that's one thing. So he's doing something different, but it's showing that Jesus, while he does focus most of his public ministry on his fellow Jewish brothers and sisters, he's coming for everyone. And in fact, that's what the chosen people were intended to be from the get-go. Yes, the firstborn among all the nations. So the idea here, what we're seeing is how Jesus is subtly, by his route, showing how, yes, I'm focusing most of my attention on my Jewish brothers and sisters, but I came for all people. And in fact, the deaf man in the Decapolis, this is probably a Gentile who he actually cured as well. So it's just a little sort of subtle hint that I've come not only for my Jewish brothers and sisters, but in fact for everyone. Redemption will be for all peoples.
I'm so glad because I really need that.
Amen.
So do we all. Thanks, Dr. B.
You bet.